You guys, sometimes it's just not easy. That's it. Sometimes you guys know it's just not easy. Well, good morning. Welcome. I'm Tracy. This is my channel, Tracy from the Mermaid Cove, and I don't like this angle, but my light in here stopped working yesterday. And when I was talking to Beverly, we realized it's probably been 25 years since we got this. We both got them. So I thought instead of getting a new light bulb, which they're like $25, the whole new one's like $40. So just gonna order a new one because it's my only light source. I had another lamp, but I don't know, it got a little damaged, so I let that go. I might have to thrift and find another lamp just to have in here, but I'm not sure what table it would go, where it would go. So I don't know. Maybe I have to talk about Kenny about track lights or something. I don't know. Down the road, y'all. Down the road. So I had part of the day off yesterday, and then I took a workshop. It's always interesting about limited English proficiency. Yeah, about the resources available to you as a county employee, and basically what you should know to help people, kind of thing. A lot of people in the different departments have people who speak different languages, obviously, and they take classes and get certified so they can help customers in that language. So we have a couple Chinese speakers, and that's one of our bigger things. We used to have a Spanish speaker, but he's gone now, so that was handy. But there's like 157 different languages spoken in the schools. It's amazing, right? The man that was giving the presentation was Cameroon, and he said every like little village can even have two different dialects, right? So it's wild. Well, you think Spain has, at least two recognized languages, but yeah. So here I am, and did some art yesterday. What do you see? I don't know if you can see it because of lighting. I'm trying to face the window, right? Anyway, so this is a transfer, and I love it. I rushed a little bit, like this got a little messed up, but that's okay. And then I did some just painting around it. So I want to find this one and make some more copies of it. I've always loved this image. It's been around a long time. So I did some of that. And then today what I want to do is I'm working today. I have a telephone appointment with my coach from 10 to 11, or half hour. And then we're going to check on my goals. So one of my goals was to get all the information from the YMCA, and, some trainer information. And so I've been thinking about the schedule. So Mondays and Wednesdays are a no-brainer, right? If I did 8 to 9, know how long you can get like half hour to an hour sessions with trainers, 45 minutes. But what I want to work on, obviously I'm gonna ignore my upper body for a little bit until I think I have to get the 8th or the 4th. I have to look of September. I'm getting a physical, so she can write me some. I need a thing for the colonoscopy, go to an orthopedic, and have my hands checked out. And this is just like tendonitis. So, but I don't know that it's a good lifting weights for that would be good, or what would be safe. But I could definitely do lower body, lower back, and I want to get a really good stretching routine. So the first step is I have to go on my account at work and change passwords and all that, and get that money sent to either Amazon. You used to be able to do it to your own checking account, and I didn't do it. And I knew it would just be absorbed, so I have like about $350 just waiting for me. It's just gonna get me a couple good. It just depends on how many you buy at one time. So I could use that whole 300 and then stagger. Like I would assume I would do 3 to 4 sessions with a trainer in the beginning, and then work on what I learned. And then, you know, 6 weeks or something, maybe longer, since I can't really do my upper body, and then check in again with another trainer. Of course, schedule depends on it, but Monday and Wednesday mornings are definitely going to be the two of the times, and then my Friday, Saturday off, I'll probably switch. I want to just at least commit to myself 3 times a week. And if I get more, awesome. And they have yoga classes, they have water classes, they have a pool where you can just water walk, so that's lovely. Trying to think, did I have dairy last night? So if you watch my Wegman haul, I found this really good non-toxic grape. It's like, they call it a jam. Organic, non-toxic, yummy tasting. So I'm having a bagel with some cream cheese. I have to rethink cream cheese maybe. And the jelly. So this bagel is no, Dave. So this whole thing is about 13 grams of protein. I had an apple. Oh, I have an apple here somewhere to get some fiber. The only thing would be nice if it had more fiber in it. I think it has 3 grams of fiber. But you think they could do a little more. But Claire's not eating because she cannot smell. And I'm giving her those drops. I feel bad. She's eating crunchies, so she's not starving, but I really don't like it when she doesn't feel good. Got my water, y'all. Mermaid water. Special healing mermaid water. So yes, I'm going to bring, I want to kind of declutter the table and kind of my area over there. I feel like there's just too much for even me to sit on that one side. So, and that's going to happen. So just weed it. And then today in my studio, no, I'm in my library. I'm going to clear all that off the treadmill and organize it better. And then, I'm going to hop on my treadmill for like 10 minutes, a couple times a day. And just get my body moving and get ready for the big cardio events at the gym. And for my mental health. Yes, I haven't heard about my biopsy. That should be hopefully by Friday. Next Wednesday, I have bone density and mammogram. So that's good. And then make some more phone calls, get some more appointments. Yeah. So I'm doing the best I can. Keep it moving, not forgetting, not going unconscious. So, yeah. I want to get back in the garage. I'm going to really kind of the reason I'm going to move all that is light. But I'm going to just start getting a routine back in my garage. So, I'm back on a sort of decluttering schedule a little bit. It helps me. I really want to powerhouse through this without hurting myself or my hands and get it more comfortable, visually better for me. And more decluttering can go, more things can go. And I have all this photo stuff. And so, yeah, so there's a lot going on in here. And again, I want this to be, this whole shelf to be a spot where I'm working on something like, this book, and I want to keep working. I can just put it there and let it dry, or have my most current things there and not have things fly all over, y'all. I have a little, let me see here. I have a little diffuser here. So I can't really have it all over the house. Needs a little bit more water. And I feel like this room smells a little bit like cat business. So that's my next thing, is start scrubbing carpets too. So this just kind of takes that smell away. And it's this good stuff. It's like called Thieves or On Guard, and it's good for your health apparently. And then I keep it right over in this corner because I don't want Clara to get into it, because Essential oils are just not good for animals. So, anyway, but you get a lingering smell. So, yeah. Y'all make today awesome. So, it's my heart, IKEA heart, but my mom had it at the hospital. I said, just pretend it's me and you can hug it. So I had a weird experience. So might have been not last night, the night before, maybe. It was like 9:30 and I was in the living room and Joanna came in the kitchen. It just startled me, but I saw my mother. And then I realized Joanna was there. And it was wild. So I feel like my mom just saying, I'm here. I've got this. Which made me, I know that, right? But it made me feel, I don't know, just safe and not alone kind of thing. And it's an adjustment. It's hysterical because I've always been a hot person. So was my mother. And then, of course, as you age, that changes. But I've been so used to economizing. Like when I leave for the day, I would keep my house at 78 because it cools down pretty quickly. And I might turn down to 75, maybe, it was actually, I was comfortable. But because my roommate's younger, much younger, 30 years younger, basically, she wants like 73 all the time. And listen, I will take this because to have somebody who is freezing cold all the time would drive me insane. So I just wear jackets. And it just made me laugh that I've changed. At work, it's uncomfortable right now. Something's not going on with humidity levels aren't right and nobody seems to do anything about it. So I get cranky. So it's interesting, but I have changed. Of course, I'm 60. And Beverly's like, God forbid, at 77, she's freezing to death. But yeah. Anyway, so I have usually heated up my bathroom as a little heater. And the end of, I would say around May, it stopped working. So I just threw it out. And then I went and looked and, Amazon has a pretty decent, I don't need a big one. I would like it to be 1500 watts just so, I would like to have choices just so it heats up quickly. Maybe I don't leave it on long. I just want to get out of my shower and not be freezing. I don't know how people do it, but it bothers me. It's not a good Norwegian when it comes to this. Anyway, so Amazon had a decent one. But I don't know. And I did a little research. It's $20. I'm getting that. So, oh my gosh, practical things, right? Anyway, because I got to take a shower. It's going to be a little chilly. Okay. So yes, it's just a different vibe. And I really wanted to clean the bathroom and vacuum and all that stuff yesterday, but I really took seriously that my arm needs to rest. And the Thich Nhat Hanh came up on my favorite Buddhist monk. Of course, he's gone now, but he came up with a quote on Instagram, basically like people have forgotten how to relax, how to take care of themselves, how to let their bodies rest. And I thought, yeah, I know your urge is to get this done, but not at the expense of your arm that you just had very painful shot in. So I've got to find a balance right now of continuing declutter and moving stuff. Like I have a bird bath. It's 2 pieces, heavier than crap. But I've been thinking about it. I mean, I could ask Joanne. I'm sure she'd do it. But I'm going to roll it piece by. I'm going to take the first piece and roll it into a IKEA bag because they're easier to carry. And then the top, I'll do the same thing. So I thought that would be good. I could do that because I want it. Yeah. It's going and it just looks trashy in my backyard. Should put it out by the street, see if anyone wants it. But yeah, and then I got to do a little bit more. I think, like I said, I'm going to go Labor Day shopping for my my mattress. I'm off that Friday. So what I'll probably do is just go and look and see what the deals are and get an estimate of what I want and the price. So, yeah. And Beverly and her ex-husband friend, friendly ex-husband, they got these real expensive ones, these avocados. Now he doesn't like it. Yeah, and then you don't have, anyway. Before it wouldn't matter because I had an extra bed. So if I didn't like it, I don't know how people return mattresses. I mean, if you live in a house and you have extra bed, then that's fine. You can be there. Otherwise, my gosh, what an inconvenience. But again, I said I'm going to start with the one, with the brand I have now and go from there. I'll be happy, you guys, when this is done. I don't have to think about it or talk about it. And I want to do a little bit more decluttering in my room. I've got, not bad, but it's just, there's stuff. I think, why do I have all this stuff around me? Eventually, I always wanted, like, I would rather have 2 smaller bedrooms. Have one for sleeping. And then have one, with bookcases probably, but and one that was like a little walk-in closet, right? That had, you know, my dresser and things hanging up, and I always thought that would be fun. And then have the actually where you sleep, and I would put that in the smaller room and have that, and just be a sanctuary for sleeping or meditation, you know, have like a little altar. Anyway, we'll see. So there's this video I'm watching. I gotta return it by next week. But the funny thing is, you need she uses, these are the bags from the actual cereal then, and she said that these you can put things in them, right, and then seal them. So I have one more. I want one more. And I have some cereal right now, so I'm going to take it out and put it in Ziploc bags. I usually do that anyway to get out of the box, and then have 3, and I can work on that project this weekend. So Saturday I'm off, and I want Saturday morning to be, you know, errand day, and then I don't really have that much to do. I don't need to go to the grocery store. I really think I have a lot to do. So I want to alternate between the garage, my library, and then art. And I'd like to work on that. So at least get enough going that I can return the DVD and get another time if I need it. So yeah, so my first thing, I'm just talking it through with you guys in the library, is to go ahead and get all the empties organized so I can shop from there, and then do this. So in front of my red storage, which is where all my notebooks go, is tons of photos I found and other accoutrements. So I'm going to move all that over in this corner back here, and then I can take all this and sort it, get rid of some stuff, and then organize that spot. And you know, if I'm going to use that, especially, it's going to be a good maybe place to keep, you know, papers and stuff like that. I need to not have it blocked. And on top of it, it's a dollhouse. I want to clear everything out, clean it really well. And I do think it's a good spot maybe for things I've already done or books I'm interested in to work on. So that is that for now. And that's a lot, really. And then I want to go through every, you know, like up top there, up here are things I've got to decide about, and like bookends. I have a place for the cards I sew. I'm going to start doing that. And I'm going to have that all here, since this is what I would be doing it with. And then, you know, just organize and know what everything is. You know, eventually all this will go in my studio. But for now, that's kind of the plan. Right? But you got to have a plan. So you start with a plan. And really think about, can I let more go? Because I think I can. I know I can. Like, I need one gym bag. I'm not even sure I'm going to need a gym bag, because I just need a place to put my keys. Because I have my water bottle. It's not like I have to dress and leave from there to go to work. Or I'm, you know, going to get there after work and change into my gym clothes. No, I'm just always come from here, I think. So I have a couple gym bags. So I'm let some of that go. I'm going to keep one small one, I think. Yeah, stuff like that. Many, many more miles to go, which is fine, because I'm down the road, y'all. That's the best part. So you're going to see a bunch of Okay, let me just spell it. Random, out of order videos. I'm just kind of going through and either deleting some or just saying, oh yeah, I want to go ahead and post that. So as I get my phone, I gotta get stuff out of my phone to make it easier. When you upload to your phone, it's a couple of steps. And then if I don't have enough space, that annoys me. So if I just take like an hour this weekend and sit down and go through, actually every day I'm trying to do one or two, and then just let ones go, you know, especially the talking ones. I don't know, I think I've shared something, but I haven't because I didn't post it. But I'm going to work on that a lot more. And just like get in the habit when I finish, post it, right? Do all the steps. Yeah. But y'all send me some good mojo. You know, it's not helping that this medicine is not the best. Adderall medicine or ADHD medicine. That's okay. I'll get through it. Like I said, it's so much easier to put stuff away in the living room. In the kitchen. And I'm going to do a little more. And I have to show you my new recycling thing. I'm quite happy with it. It was a nightmare to get put together. You have this long stick thing. You had to put it in something, and the last one to force it. But anyway, I got it done correctly, so it's not going to collapse. But I need to undo it today and take it out. What's today? Yeah, because it's recycles tomorrow. So do that. Yeah, but that's what's happening, y'all. Just life, right? And then once I get, I'm waiting for my dentist's dental insurance to send me with my crown how much they're going to cover. And then talk to the dental office and see what their expectations are. But I'm definitely going to move forward with it. Yeah. Little by little, right? If you look at the whole picture, you get overwhelmed. If you look like in my library, like I'm just going to take those and organize them and reassess whether they need to be here or not. And, you know, then my treadmill will be clear, right? And then this stuff's heavier. So it's not all heavy, but anything to do with the photos go in this corner, right? And eventually I might just bring them up to my room. That might be a good place to sort in my room. But I would have to break them down and make them easier to carry because I'm not carrying heavy things anymore. It's a change. Like I'm like a Sherpa. Like I load up. I don't want to go bring up 8 trips from the car, but I can't do it anymore. And I cannot do it. So it's a whole new experience. So what I do is a lot of times is I drop stuff off in the foyer, and then I can go down and get one, come down, that kind of thing. And a lot of times my cute little refrigerator, I put stuff in that right away. So the Wegmans was fun yesterday. That shrimp was so good. And yeah. I'm going to say their cream cheese isn't the best. So if I'm actually going to get cream cheese, which I don't do very often unless I'm cooking with it, is get the whipped. Because it's far superior to this stuff, that comes in a little thing. But once I finish this, I have some Dave's Killer Bread, and I'm going to, all that's non-toxic. So I would kind of like to get, and I got to do fruit smoothies. My goal today is a big fruit smoothie because I have, on the top part for the roommate, there's some frozen fruit. So I have to make some decisions. I start eating that up, or once I open it, it might be, totally freezer burned and not worth eating. So I want to do that and get her spot done. And then really I have to eat down more to get things in there. So it's good, But I want to go through because I do like a smoothie, and I think it's a great way to get some nutrients in my body. I got some baby spinach to go in, and I have protein, like a clean protein source to go in, protein powder, which I like. So yeah, so we're going to work on that. And then I'd rather come from the gym and have a fruit smoothie, right? But yeah. So these are my thoughts. I know I repeat them, but it's the only way. This is like the best way. I don't think I've been doing this and talking to you guys. I don't think I'd be as far as I am, because it is a good way to, it's almost like a journal for myself. And, but the part that's hard to explain to people, there's an energy involved from you guys, and that even as I'm talking, I feel supported. And I was really surprised when I first started noticing that. And I thought, this is interesting. Like, nobody's seen the video yet, but I already feel the support. Time is not linear. And, and it's hard to explain, and people will be like, oh, okay, this is all in your imagination. And it's like, okay, no, it's not. But fine, it is. I got to, let's use our imagination for good, not evil. But who's to say your imagination is not real and a real experience? They say if you, like, again, I love this, these poor soldiers, American, military that got captured in Japan during World War, or Vietnam, would play the same, their favorite hole, their favorite course over and over and over and over again in their head to escape, right? But that they went to those places and played perfect games. And their brain was being pretty traumatized with pain and suffering. But so it's almost as if they were actually doing it. So when you think about that, and we start running negative stuff, and like you have yourself in your own horror movie that you would not watch. Yeah. So I've been doing really good working on that and visualizing, like right now I can see the garage how I want it. I'm a little iffy here in my studio. I'm not quite got that picture yet, but I do see it a lot less cluttered. And the library and the actually in the garage and my studio are a little bit more challenging now, because most of the stuff that was easy to part with is gone. And again, as long as I have the space and it's organized, I'm gonna label. I can hardly wait to label everything, you guys. It's a problem. It's a problem. And my P-Touch is not working correctly, but I'm not going to take the time to figure it out yet. Until I read, I can use stick-it notes right now and tape. So I know what, and I need to do that more, because I think, what was that? I think I'll remember, y'all not remembering. I know that. So that is kind of what's going on. So it's a little more challenging, but that's okay. The more you do it, like I know how I want to feel. More so than a visual look, I think, in there. It's a feeling, right? And I just have the goal in the garage that my roommate can park their car there. So that's just a matter of what do I have to let go to make that happen, and then make choices on that. Like one of my rolling storages is going to have to go. And my brain's already like, well, where could you put that? Like, will that fit in the library or your studio? I bet. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure we're going to gift it to someone, because there really is not space anywhere. And it's like, and they're good storage. They're like rolling metal storage. It was one of the best things I ever did, because it makes everything so much easier. But on one of them is stuff I want to give someone, and then unsorted paper. So what I'm going to do is, I've been in the process of unsorting. Is that a word? Yeah, it's unsorted. So I'm kind of sorting the unsorted and letting most of it go. But having, but it's too much when I'm doing that to say, okay, here's people. I could probably break it down into, I do take things that are like examples, inspiration, or things I pull from magazine that have directions. I do that. And I do try to keep people straight. And then anything I really love that's like, ooh, I want to use this soon, I separate that out, and then the rest just goes in a pile. And eventually then that will all come together, and, either to rummage around, or, when I love sorting paper. So, art paper, things from magazines, fun stuff, not bank statements or anything. But that's something I've always kept up on. But yeah. So that's kind of my thinking, and that will be fun. And I'll have to take you with me one day. Sometimes I'm just like, need to get it done, but I'll take you and just give you an idea of what I'm doing. And it's interesting, because I really have changed my aesthetic a lot. And something I'm like, or looks I thought I wanted. And some, there's still haircuts I still like. So So I'm trying to eat 2 apples a day, period. So an apple a day keeps the doctor away. 2 apples a day keeps 2 doctors away. But they're easy to eat. They're good fiber. You can eat them in the car. They're not fussy. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. And just filling myself up with good stuff. And Beverly's coming Sunday for her birthday. So we're going to go to this new Poppy's Tacos. Oh God, it looks so good. So we're going to do that. But because we're having a big meal, like I said, I got some different things for us to taste test. And and we may go down. There's this barn sale we used to go to called Sweet Clover, and they left that area, and then they're in downtown Frederick. So we want to go visit that. And then, so much had changed when Angela died. It was interesting. And I have a gift certificate for a bookstore called Curious Iguana. So depending on parking and all that and the weather and what she feels like, we may go there. And then, and there's a place called The Muse. I would love to sell my cards there, but I don't know why I just can't walk in and say, hey, these are my friend's cards. But yeah, so, and my friend Rita's birthday is coming up, and I got to find the illustrations. I know I've put them somewhere where it's easy to find. But there's just been so much decluttering and moving stuff around and letting go. But these really old illustrations of, she plays bass, but old illustrations of really cool instruments, they're beautiful. I just have to find them. But anyway, you know what? Universal mess right now. You guys, my angels, help me find that. Help that when I'm roaming around here, help those pop up. And that, that seems to help, asking for help, right? All right, guys, I'm going to go. It's a shorter one today, and want to finish my breakfast and then start on the decluttering. I don't think I can take you with me because the light's just not good. I guess I can try. Yeah, so this is the problem, right? I got to have good light in here. In my studio, I've added that daylight, right? To ask Kenny about that. Especially in the winter, right? I'm not going to have this beautiful light. I'm still going to work up on my kitchen table, but rather it's just started to become cluttered for me. She might not even notice. That's fine. I don't know. But she has her half. I have my half. She can do what she wants with her half. But yeah. So, and then you guys, I made this chicken yesterday. I put too many pepperoncinis in it, but it's okay. It still tastes good. So I think what I'm going to do is, so the idea is I have this meat. Then let's say I want to throw some barbecue sauce on it, mix it up, and I can have, pulled chicken barbecue, or throw some taco seasoning on it. And I think today what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and then get one of my tortillas. I have some tortillas. They're toxic, but I need to eat them up. And nothing else will be toxic that day. But it's really, the best corn tortilla is at Trader Joe's. That's not toxic. Now, I'm sure Whole Foods probably has stuff, but I'm not going there. Walmart, literally nothing, Giant, nothing. But these Missoni low carb ones, yeah, they're toxic. So, and the corn ones are good, but then you got to cook them, right? And I'm not running Trader Joe's right now. So I'm going to go ahead and eat those up. Plus, I can have them on my tortilla chips, right? And cut up. I have some frozen avocado I'm going to start using. I have some lime. I have some romaine hearts I can chop up a little bit and throw in there and get a little bowl going. So that sounds yummy. And I'm very proud of myself. So this is a lot of chicken. And now I know I don't have chicken. I've used it all up. So that is the goal. And when I do the, and I may do the shrink wrap thing, but I'm put a date on it, and that's not to be lost for 6 months in my refrigerator, right? That is to be eaten. Maybe you just don't want it the next 2 weeks, right? But the third week, you'd be ready to have some again. So that is a big change for me because it goes in that, and I'm really I'm gonna, as I eat through the freezer and as I add things, I'm just gonna have a little piece of paper on the side of the refrigerator and write what's in there and the date. I might even say left side, right side. So now that I just have one, and I have the big one, it's a big spot. So yeah, and then inventory, and then look at it. I had a friend that would keep her grocery receipt and she would cross off as she used things because she liked to see her using it. And then when she would go to the store, she'd look at it and think, no, I don't need that because I have it. But there's also an app called Cook's Illustration, I think, or Cooks. So I'm going to go back on that because you scan everything. And what's interesting about it, it will offer you recipes. It will tell you you're getting low in something if you scan it out. But now that I have less stuff, though my pantry would be a bit of work, but so I love stuff like this. And I tried to show, I think Lynn Barber, someone wanted to know how it worked. And I tried when I had my iPad, and it just didn't come out right. But, you know, I can give you an idea. It's just like, I guess I could take a screenshot and then make a note at like, okay, we're at 34, 35, and stop the video and then go at it. But y'all, that's tricky. So I could do it all at the end. But I do want to do that. I think for me, it's like $30 a year. You can do it without, there's like, you can just do it for free, but there's a step up. That's really not that much more, and much, and it will also tell you when it scans it, it knows the expiration date, and will also remind you, hey, this is expiring. You might want to use it. And here's some recipes. It's kind of brilliant, really. And, you know, it's good for apps like, I don't have many apps like that anymore, but it's good if you use it and it helps you, right? So that is something to think about. So, all right, guys, you take care. And overall, you know, I'm good. Could be better, of course. But, you know, this autoimmune disorder I have, it's interesting because children get it, men get it, and women who've stopped producing estrogen can get it. And so to know that what was going on, there's a reason for it, and that, you know, I have a 6-week stint of this cortisol, I don't know, whatever it is, the cream. And I've Googled, actually my CVS sent me a video on it, which I really like that. And, you know, to look for side effects, and you have to wash my hands after I do that anyway, because I don't want to touch Clara. But yeah, so I'm just excited to think that, and I think I'm sleeping better because my arm is not waking me up. So we're going to get there. I just want to feel good and handle life, and to be able to make 20 steps up this, you know, trips up the stairs with my stuff while not bringing as much in. Like I had, you know, 2 bags of groceries yesterday that weren't heavy at all because I didn't get that much. That's another thing too, not buying so much at one time. Now, if I'm going to do like a stock thing, occasionally my friend gives me gift certificates to Walmart, and I'll do a big, like, get paper towels and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Then I have it delivered to my foyer. So for $10, it's worth it. Okay, you take care. Again, I'm going to post this now, and then hopefully throw in some, you know, random stuff, you guys. And yeah, I'm going to work on some of my, I've had a good 2 days with my hands resting, so I'm going to try to work on some of my comments. And I appreciate you all. So know that even if I'm not answering them, I'm reading them. It's just a hand thing, but I'll get there. And I'm going to go to an orthopedic and figure out how do I need to, I said, I got a YouTube channel. I need to engage. That's my favorite part. So I'm going to work on that. Think about what's important. And that's very important to me. All right, you guys, you take care. I will be popping on. Tomorrow is Thursday, so I have a full work day, and I was supposed to have dinner with someone, but we postponed it. So anyway, I'll talk to you soon.